Omaha's news leader, chronicling the stories and people making a difference in our community. This is KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle.
It's a symphony of colorful clothing and creativity. Omaha Fashion Week is a long-standing pillar within the metro. Known as the Midwest's premier fashion event, it inspires artists and audiences to think beyond the ordinary.
I think the bottom line is curiosity about the physical world, about the visual world.
And the event promises more than just a glamorous night out.
This is something that makes thousands of people feel special twice a year, and that's the thing I love most about this.
Today on Chronicle, how Omaha Fashion Week is embracing individuality and creating a platform for expression.
Good morning, I'm Alexandra Stone. After more than 10 years on the scene, Omaha Fashion Week has grown into the nation's 5th largest fashion event. The show coordinates collaboration between designers, stylists, photographers, artists, and models. Today, we talk with the people who started the movement and a designer who will be taking her bold collection to this year's finale. But first, a look at how it all comes together. Before models hit the runway and designers take their final bow, dozens are working behind the scenes to stitch together a seamless experience. KETV Newswatch 7's Naya Gonzalez got an inside look as they brought the show's vision to life.
The season's rack check is held 2 weeks before the start of Omaha Fashion Week. The rush of the spotlight still days away, but at the Omaha Design Center you can feel the powerful energy. Crowds of creatives unpack makeup kits and unveil designs during the 13-hour intensive session. Producer Brooke Hudson says it's all hands on deck, and this year they've had more help than ever.
The people are here working, trying to make this whole thing to come together, and it is really cool because they're all working hard, they're all putting a lot of thought and care into what they're doing, and the results on the runway show.
Hudson says some of these volunteers are students searching for ways into an industry that allows them to express themselves. She says a group of style experts called the Beauty Alliance play a key role in nurturing newfound curiosities.
And this is a group of salon professionals, but also students coming out of the hair schools, and they're working together. So it's a mentoring opportunity for students, but it's also a talent recruitment opportunity for salons.
During Rack Check, designers also get to present their work to panelists. Traditionally an installation artist, designer Judy Bales found fashion design after a simple Google search. She began experimenting, drawing inspiration from everyday items, sometimes working with things like dryer ducts and window screens.
My hope is that starts the viewer to see those materials for their intrinsic qualities rather than just something to fix your dryer with.
Of course, these creations don't develop overnight.
At a fashion week, you work for 6 months for 10 minutes on the runway.
But Bale says the work is worth it, calling the thrill of those 10 minutes addicting.
It's just a different kind of internal experience, and I've come to really, really value that.
A beautiful collection there, and you saw producer Brooke Hudson. She joins us with her husband and fellow show producer Nick Hudson. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Another incredible show, a week of shows planned. So you've got designers this season with lines inspired by Japanese culture, Peruvian culture, transgender identity, female empowerment. What role do you think diversity plays in OFW, and is that something you think about when you're choosing people for the show?
I think diversity plays a huge role in Omaha Fashion Week, but also just the fashion industry as a whole, because people are coming from so many different walks of life and they're bringing their experiences to the table and translating that into fashion that we all get to wear. And I think that's a really important thing, and it's definitely played a big role in keeping our runway interesting.
I mean, fashion around the world has traditionally been led by people who are minorities in their own particular way, and that they've been the ones who've been very creative and different thinkers. And so just by its very definition, fashion encourages that diversity, or people who maybe would feel I'm not like everybody else, but actually that often makes them really, really creative people. So we
like
really
giving people like that a home, a place to be and a place to shine.
Yeah, I love that. So designers were able to roll some of those perspectives into the theme of each night. What was the inspiration for the themes, and kind of talk to us about what they are?
Sure. Yeah, so the themes this season, they always come out of designer interviews, which we do a few months before shows, and that's how we select our designers for the runway. And so our team kind of sits in and listens on those interviews, and what we found this year was that our designers were reacting to a lot of things that are happening in the environment and the world around us. So our themes are all based on natural elements. So we have the Latin terms for earth, wind, fire, and atmosphere are the themes for our shows this season.
So interesting.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about this. Why is it so important to embrace who you are, in particular when it comes to fashion?
I think it's important because we all want to live an authentic life, and I really think that that's where we become truly happy in ourselves, is when we can live that authentic life. And so being able to express yourself and share with the world who you truly are through what you're wearing is a really important part of living that type of life.
And I mean, my perspective is from coming from I've been in the fashion industry a long time. My dad and my grandfather were. But I've only just really realized that fashion has a huge impact on mental health. And I think now in society we're talking much more about the importance of mental well-being and looking after your mental well-being. It's not just something that happens, you've actually got to do some things. And I think fashion and artistic expression, you know, to Brooke's point about authenticity and individual expression, I think it just plays a really important role around how you feel. And also that whole simple thing around, you know, getting dressed up in the morning. If you're feeling a little bit, you know, not sure about the day, it gives you a pickup and it gives you a boost. I know I do a better job if I'm sort of, you know, more smartly dressed than if I went into the office sort of feeling scruffy.
True. And it's so easy for people to brush fashion off as being something superfluous that doesn't matter. It's something that's a vain pursuit. But really it does help you kind of live a better life, because it does make you feel better when you put some thought into what you're wearing and how you're showing up into the world. And I think taking that seriously is a really important thing for everybody to be thinking about.
Yeah, such an important message to keep in mind daily. Now, we heard you mention mentorship opportunities through OFW. We're going to talk about the MCC program a little later on, but why do you take all of that on? Why is that an important part of Omaha Fashion Week?
Oh, I think it's important because we have so much young talent here in Omaha. And Omaha is such a great community because it just supports good ideas. And we're fortunate that Fashion Week is such a good idea that's been so well supported. But we found that just there were so many young people that had so much potential, and they needed a little direction, they needed a little financial support. And so that is why mentorship has become such an important part of what we do. It's because we're trying to raise up the next generation of maybe fashion designers, but a lot of them are also developing skill sets that they'll take into other career paths. So we really like to focus on those transferable skills that they gain through doing a collection, which really involves everything from math and science to leadership development. So having that mentoring as part of that is an important part of developing that for young people.
And it's not just the designers. I think a lot of focus gets put onto the designers. There's maybe 100 or a couple of hundred, depending on how you count them each year, students and things.
Yeah.
But actually there's all the hair and makeup professionals and students, and then there's all these other people that get involved in music and graphics and the hospitality part.
Photography is another one. We're developing so many great photographers in Omaha as well. So
this, and the amazing thing to me, and I could not have believed all these things have happened, you know, in the 12 years since we started it, but there's just this this ecosystem of all these different things going on. And Brooke's done a great job, you know, with all of her team of sort of nurturing all of those support mechanisms, because basically the market and the individuals needed it. Which is amazing now that we've got so many different, whether you're a model, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a hair and makeup person, whether you're a designer, there's all these different support systems that maybe didn't exist in the same way, you know, 15 years ago.
So let's talk a little bit about alumni of Omaha Fashion Week. Share some success stories. Where have they ended up?
Yeah, well, I mean, Kate Walls is one of our most well-known success stories. So she right now, she just graduated from Parsons in New York, and she is working with a brand to develop spacesuits, essentially. So she's really into this spacesuit thing, and just doing really great things. I mean, she's been to Copenhagen with the UN doing some work on sustainability. That's a really big part of her focus. Caitlin Fitzgerald went to New York as well a few years ago, and she's now working for Kate Spade, doing children's wear for Kate Spade.
Oh my gosh.
So we've got some really great alumni from Omaha Fashion Week. And we do also have people that are here in Omaha doing great things.
Dan Richters is a great designer who's, I think, shown in every single year. He creates his own fabrics out of silicone.
Incredible.
And he's regularly worn on red carpets in Hollywood. He has a little showroom in Hollywood.
Yeah, and he's got a following in Tokyo as well, in Asia. They just love what he's doing there. So that's really cool. Buff Reynolds does wedding dresses now. So I mean, there's a lot of steady work here in Omaha, but then we're sending a lot of young people out into the world, going to top fashion schools and even going to schools here locally as well that are really great. So
launching a lot of careers from
we
Omaha
are.
Fashion
It's really
Week.
fun.
Yeah, in different ways.
So what do you think it is that makes Omaha Fashion Week so unique? The things that differentiate it from other fashion events?
Well, I think our focus is on community. It's on building people up. And I know for me, one of the most gratifying aspects of this is being able to watch people on the runway be celebrated and seeing people have a moment where they feel special. And so I think that is one thing that really sets us apart, is just that ethos of building up the community and building up individuals.
I think one of the things that really strikes us is when it's often grandparents or parents come up and thank us about a particular individual, and we often don't know necessarily what happened, because the great thing is there's so many different ways that people can benefit and do. But then when we find out that their grandparents or their parents said, or they were involved in Omaha Fashion Week for 3 years, and then that encouraged them to go and do something else in their careers, we go, okay, that was worth all the late nights, the stress, all the other things we have to do to try and make it happen. So.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really interesting, because we often get stopped. You know, I'll be at a grocery store with my daughter and my hair's a mess and I have no makeup on, and somebody's like, oh my gosh, you produce Omaha Fashion Week. My kid did this and this and this. And it's always is like, it takes you back to think, wow, like we're doing this and giving these kids such an awesome opportunity. Kate Walls said when she went to New York and met with her peers at Parsons and told them about her experiences here in Omaha, none of her peers at this major fashion school have had the opportunity to be in a runway show that is produced at the level that we do here in Omaha. So I think that in itself, giving kids the opportunity to perform at that level is huge for them, and it helps them build their portfolios and their confidence. And we hear from parents and grandparents all the time about what a difference that makes, whether they go into fashion or into a different career.
From a historical perspective, to answer your question, and a different way as well, is we were the first fashion week to make it free for the designer.
Wow.
And we just came up with this whole, because normally fashion shows were paid for by the designer, and it was all about trying to get a retail buyer, and then the models would get paid and all these other people. So we tried to change that model, where we said, okay, well, our designers are young, or they don't have tons of money, and we wanted to just make something where it's equal for everybody. It doesn't matter, you know, what resources you've got behind you, because it's historically been something that rich kids do, to be honest. And I think by making it free, by providing resources, you know, where it was needed, and by all the other people being involved in it, you know, the models don't get paid, for example, but they get experience, they get photos and that sort of thing. And by having sponsors help cover the overhead costs, and by making it a red carpet fun night out for the audience, that thing was the catalyst that made it successful. And now most fashion weeks follow our model, strangely enough.
Yeah.
So
we're trendsetters here in Omaha.
Really incredible work and such a big impact. So Brooke, Nick, thank you so much for being here this morning. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And coming up, we sit down with veteran fashion designer Crystal Breakage. You'll hear what she's hoping to gain from her 4th appearance at Omaha Fashion Week. You're watching KETV News Watch 7's Chronicle.